In the league, we're playing Temur Primal Prayers. Primal Prayers is a card that I expect it to be better than it has been, and we've worked on it a little bit in the past, but it actually just quietly got a nice upgrade in Dour Port-Mage. So there are a few different ways you can build Primal Prayers combo, right? You can either try to go off with like Guide of Souls and white cards and use Guide of Souls as your energy generator, or the other direction, and this is what like Dingo was testing, was Greenbelt Rampager plus Satora, where and Dingo built this like Grixis Satora build with Greenbelt Rampager Satora. Basically, these two cards together is infinite card draw, where you have 2 energy, you spend an energy to cast Greenbelt Rampager, you get an energy when Greenbelt Rampager enters, so you can just cast it infinite amount of times. Casting it an infinite amount of times allows you to draw infinite cards if you have a Satora, but now it also allows you to draw infinite cards with Dour Port-Mage. And so playing Dour Port-Mage is a lot better than Satora in this archetype for a few reasons. 1, it's not legendary, so you can get multiple copies in play. 2, it allows you to play a different color besides black. Like, black really just has Satora. Red gives you Recruiter, Galvanic Discharge, Amped Raptor, which are all and a ton of sideboard cards. And all these cards are great in the archetype. Amped Raptor specifically gives you the rare possibility of winning on turn 2 if you go Tune the Narrative or Discharge into Amped Raptor into Primal Prayers. But Amped Raptor just in general, great card, very good in these kind of decks too. And then Port-Mage also can like pick up Amped Raptor, pick up Imperial Recruiter to like give you extra ETB effects, which is something I think that matters a lot too. And so we're using Port-Mage plus Greenbelt Rampager. This is like our 2-card win the game combo. It is a little bit of a problem that Recruiter can't tutor up Greenbelt Rampager, but it can tutor up Shrieking Drake, which can draw a lot of cards and like dig for a Greenbelt Rampager. I was thinking about playing 1 Guide of Souls also. It didn't really feel like it mattered much in my testing, but it might end up being fine. But it's like a little weird where like you're mostly only able to cast it off Primal Prayers. You can have these Solar Transformers. You can maybe play Aether Hubs, but I really want it to be 3 colors in this deck instead of 4. So like I was working on a 4-color build for a while with like Ranger Captain, Guide of Souls, and like some of these other elements too. But I really wanted to be 3 colors so we could play Shifting Woodland. One huge problem with Primal Prayers is like people know what's up really quickly, and it can be very difficult to beat an opponent who is just holding up a counterspell. And the best way to beat an opponent who is just smart enough to hold up a counterspell is to play Shifting Woodland with the ability to just, let your Primal Prayers get countered, then copy it with Primal Prayers uncounterably and in a way that is very hard for counterspell decks to interact with. And then Malevolent Rumble kind of ties these 2 ideas together really well. Rumble is so good here. Or 1, it like gives you Delirium for Woodlands a good amount of the time. It also like digs you for your Primal Prayers, which is something that you kind of need in this deck. And it also can ramp you into a turn 3 win off Primal Prayers. So Rumble is like a super duper important card here. Kind of quietly holding the deck together. And then I think these Solar Transformers are pretty important for extra energy generation and also extra turn 3 win possibilities. And then I don't think you have to play the second Eternal Witness, but I think the second Witness it's been pretty good for me so far, especially with the Rumbles. But the second Witness the first Witness is so that if your Oracle gets countered or discarded, or if you mill over Oracle with your Malevolent Rumble, you can Witness it back. And the second Witness is kind of nice, so if you like mill over both, you don't have to take one. You can just get a Witness later. So let's get into it. Is there not risk of getting too much energy to loop Greenbelt Rampager? It's something you could manage most of the time, but it could be a problem. We're on the draw, very slow hand. Kind of painful to mulligan in Primal Prayers, but I think probably cannot afford to keep a hand that is this slow. I'm going to keep this one. Kind of close between bring back Shrieking Drake and Witness. Let's put back the Shrieking Drake. It's a Otter Ball Elite. Oh, sorry, my speakers are way turned up. And then the sideboard, I was playing 2 lanterns, but we're playing 2 lanterns, 1 on my Sisters. Alright, surveil time. Opponent suspends a Profane Tutor. They're also playing Field of Ruins in their mana base, so Are they less likely to be playing Necro? I think that's probably what that means. There's a Primal Prayers. So we're looking for a Greenbelt Rampager for the win next turn. There it is. And I guess we are hoping on my opponent goes Urborg Necro. That would be super duper ideal here. Alugris, 14 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Fluffy with the 26. Appreciate you. Glad you're liking the stream still. My opponent suspends another Profane Tutor, and I think we just win the game. Guess they could have Soul Spike. We're just going to do this until we hit a Thassa's Oracle, and then our last energy will... Okay, there's the Oracle, but we're going to... Gotta draw our deck first. Go, Dour Port-Mage. Have I considered mini Vexing Baubles? No, I haven't. Maybe we should have more answers to them, but the card is not super duper common in Modern, in my experience. Would be bad for me to run into one of those. We could cast some Amped Raptors. I guess Amped Raptor is kind of free to cast because we get some energy back. But I guess we actually don't want to cast it because we don't want to go up on energy and be unable to do the loop. Just classic filling the dead air as I'm clicking through a combo. Yeah, you have, so if you have the 2 energy to pay, you have to pay it, which, you know, can come up. I think it's something we can maneuver around. Hasn't been a big issue so far. Yeah, definitely easier to play in paper, but you know what? We haven't clicked through combo in a while. We've been playing a lot of control decks too, so it's kind of nice to get a little bit of a break and just click through a combo. Not you know, not the fastest combo, but we have played slower ones. Should be playing Force of Vigor to stop Vexing Bauble. Well, Force of Vigor is not a good card against Vexing Bauble, I would say. But again, but Vexing Bauble is also, like, it's just not a card I really expect to play against. If I was to play 10 matches of Modern, I would be, like, kind of surprised to play against a Vexing Bauble once. If I play 20, maybe I would be expecting to play against Vexing Bauble one time, and I think you're probably just supposed to be like, okay, I can lose to these, or maybe you're supposed to play, like, one Reclamation Sage to tutor off Recruiter. That could be correct, but I'm okay. Yeah, Chalice is maybe more of a concern. Always shield doesn't work. I have always yielded to the Port-Mage. Like I guess I could always yield to this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna click OK. I think it's fine. I don't mind having the extra OK on the combo loops. I know people always want the show to get on the road. It's gonna be slow either way. I just like to make sure I'm not misclicking. Make sure I click OK. BDAL with the 15 months. Thank you so much. Got my stuff back on track. My subs back. Let's go, Tantrum. Glad you're still liking the stream. Glad things are going well. Thanks again, BDAL. Yeah, I know we can cast Oracle with only 3 cards remaining, so we got to cast Rampager 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. All right. Nice. So that was a very clean turn 3 win. We're up against some kind of Necro variant here. I have Rending Volleys in the sideboard for Sun Cleanser. I wonder if I should ever play Pyroclasm for Bowmaster. I mean, I have these discharges. It's probably good. Don't get forced to this, but they were pretty F6'd, you know. they were pretty F6'd. To use keyboard shortcuts, I do not use keyboard shortcuts or mouse shortcuts. I don't need them. I play very quickly, and if I do use the mouse ones, I misclick more often. But I like to play with just my mouse hand so I can emote with the other hand. Professional clicker. Wouldn't clicking one and having your mouse hand just be more efficient and less taxing on my wrist? No backseat clicking, chat. I'm comfortable doing it this way, and I do it this way intentionally. Please with the please with the backseat clicking. I will be okay. I appreciate the thought. All right, Super Chef Bobby Flay. Thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back. Well, I'm clicking the submit button. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate the concern. I appreciate the concern, but I'll be okay. I do it in a very intentional way to minimize misclicks. Because if you're clicking OK in the middle of like, if you're just like if you just click 2 and you do this, it's like very easy to just brain fart and misclick the combo. So they are playing coffers. There's a Profane Tutor. We graveyard that. We are digging for Primal Prayers. There's a Primal Prayers. There's another one. I think we should take the backup copy to play around the Thoughtseize, since we didn't have a Shifting Woodland. They must have surgical. Was that pause? Maybe. I don't know if I would agree that they must have surgical here. Okay, so we're going to take this turn to kill the Bowmaster, probably. Now we need another mana source. There's another mana source. And I suppose I should go ahead and cast a Raptor. Their Profane Tutor is coming off suspend, almost definitely grabbing them another Cabal Coffers. So the Solar Transformer is actually kind of a fun hit here, because if they have another Bowmaster, we can discharge it. That being said, we are missing a combo piece here. Yeah, I think they must have just grabbed this Cabal Coffers. The only issue this deck has is finding Rampager. Well, if you have Recruiter plus Port-Mage, you can get Shrieking Drake, draw infinite, then you can find or not draw infinite, but draw a bunch, and then Rampager. But I agree it could be an issue. I agree it could be an issue. So let's go to attack for 2. This Witness is pretty interesting. I have 5 energy available to me, 7 after I Primal Prayers. And so I can go here. I'll leave up Discharge for Bowmaster. I think I want to Recruiter for Shrieking Drake and Witness back the Port-Mage, and we can draw like 6 cards, 5 cards, like technically 3 more with the Discharge. Just see what happens. Saving Boseiju for Necro. No, they didn't have Necro last turn. I'm holding up Steam Vents for Bowmaster. Seems to be better. Okay, no surgical. Stone Ready them twice, not worth the mana now. Crazy. You wanted to Boseiju the Urborg? Maybe that was better. I'm very scared of Bowmaster, so I really want to be having the mana up. But yeah, maybe that was better. Isn't going too high in energy dangerous because Rampagers go infinity more? No, with the Shrieking Drake, we'll just be able to remove the energy for me. Any consideration for Aether Mage that can be recruited and guarantees draw the deck? Oh, the white one? Does that guarantee the draw? I would need the text on the card again. Worst name, because I thought that you need a. Don't you need? Do you need 2 energy to flicker it? Worst neighbor 28 months. Harlook with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Although that card might be good, yeah. That card is good with Port-Mage. Okay, so I guess we're gonna let this go, and then at this point, wish I had that Fulminator Mage. Could just get another Amped Raptor. I think it's a blue card now. Yeah, what does the card do? What is this card we're talking about? There are a lot of cards with the word Aether Mage in them. Galvanic Mage. That might be the better line. I kind of wanted to maybe just put like a bunch of power into play. So I can Galvanic Discharge to get 3 more creatures cast. So I could go like Recruiter for Witness for Port-Mage maybe. Or maybe I should just go Witness for Port-Mage and have an energy in the bank. I guess that makes sense. Zach with the 31 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Don't you just chain recruiters first? Again, this isn't ALUREN, so we don't have infinite energy. Challenge starts 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Oh, very odd that now they cling to dust. That's not the first Eternal Witness we've used this game. Weird. Flew with the 10. Thank you. Welcome back. Can cast them with flash. Yeah, I guess that's true. Sorry. Would have been a bit better. They just suspend another Profane Tutor though. And there's the Greenbelt Rampager. We get them down to 13. So I just do this and just have a 3/4. Flew with the 10 months and welcome back. This is Decklist Infinite. Yeah. We infinite comboed on turn 3, game 1. We don't go infinite this turn because we don't have the Port-Mage to go infinite card draw. My opponent did draw the land, so we are maybe boned. Oh, challenge starts in 5 minutes. Okay, so hopefully we're not boned and we can just win. Their Profane Tutor hasn't come off yet. So they have to go Karn for Ballista, and then they can go block here, ping a 2-power creature. Maybe they don't have a Ballista. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 14 damage. They grab Engineered Explosives, so we win the game, maybe? They played on 1. I believe they cannot pop it. They have 1 mana floating. I believe it costs 2 mana to sack the explosives. Might as well. All right. 2-0. Deck looked good. Infinite combo turn 3. Had the combo also. Do we have it? Was that turn 3 or 4? I think that was turn 4. They had 2 pieces of disruption. Oh, they kind of punted by not clinging earlier. And we just beat him down. That was good. Okay. This hand's sick. That was Prez deck. We're 1-0. We beat Coffers in round 1. Oh, I also realized, see, the record tracker is got the wrong name on it. All right, so I go. I'm like a little too low on energy to go turn 3 prayers. I'm probably overthinking it a little too much. We're up against a Scalding Tarn. We're gonna play a longer, more interactive game. Up against Storm. I guess I can just cast Amped Raptor to go up in energy to combo. Yeah, so this hand is just a turn 3 win right now. But we have foolishly lost the die roll against Storm, so. Thankfully, they cast Reckless Impulse into 2 lands, so now, we're kind of favored all of a sudden, just by a little bit. Okay, so I guess we just grab the Port-Mage. Doesn't really matter. Yes, this deck did get something from Bloom, Dour Port-Mage. So next turn we're going to be able to Primal Prayers, draw our entire deck, and win on turn 3 again. Rumble just really ties this deck together so well. It lets you like Woodland for your Primal Prayers against interactive decks, and it digs you for your Primal Prayers, and also just, you know, wins the game on turn 3. Let's go. All right, so again, pretty click intensive combo. Again, I think I'm just gonna not yield to that. Yield to the Port-Mage. I want to make sure I'm clicking okay. Okay, I guess I would yield. It's okay. We should yield. Yeah, we did lose to Nadu. Nadu's broken. It's best deck in the format. It is actively hurting the modern format. I think it was a bad call for them to wait to emergency ban it. It is what it is. It's got like 3 more weeks. You'll beat it sometimes. I think we're like 2-2 against Nadu this week. She's run Servant Former 2. No, that card is completely unplayable. I'm playing Solar Transformer because it's not a, you know, it's also 2 mana energy generator, but it doesn't just die to removal spell. Oh, my opponent on F6'd? Are they gonna... They're not on F6 just to, like, ask me what the kill is, right? We're playing Fletchlands, we don't fetch mountains? Yes. You know, this is a comment I'm still surprised we get this often, but we do get this comment a lot, so it's just good to say, you know, blue players, if every land in the deck is an island, which it is really, really often, it doesn't matter which blue fetch land you play. That's always the answer to that question. You don't need to... There's no deeper understanding to come to. I know I admire blue players. They love to try to come to a deeper understanding, and I appreciate the inquiry. But it's not that deep. How many cards? 16? How are we casting so many things? Don't worry about it. We're playing Primal Prayers lets us cast creatures mana value 3 or less by spending an energy. Greenbelt Rampager, when you cast it, gives you an energy back if you have only 1 energy. Or, sorry, 1 or 2 energy? Only 1 energy. And Dour Port-Mage is whenever 1 or more, and then the Rampager bounces back to your hand if you don't spend the 2 mana to leave it in play, or if you can't spend the 2 mana to leave it in play, rather. And Dour Port-Mage is whenever a creature leaves the battlefield without dying, you draw a card. So this triggers the Port-Mage every time. Cast a Rampager, draw a card. Cast a Rampager, draw a card. Until we have a few enough cards in their great library to win the game with Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, bounces are 1 and 2. It is worded like a little bit weird. Wait, so I mean, you can have 2 energy in the pool and then spend 1 and then Rampager. But if you have 2 energy, you have to spend it to put the Rampager back. Okay. It is nice that we won a game. This is kind of a problematic matchup where we're trying to race, and we're trying to race an opponent who is a lot faster than us. So I'm like down to bring in these endurances maybe to like occasionally get them. And I think we can probably cut the witnesses. If we cut the witnesses, this means that we have to put Thassa's Oracle into our hand if we mill it over with Rumble, which could be a bit of a problem. Maybe that's enough of a problem to do this, and then we could cut some tunes. Maybe we play 2-tune, 3 Discharge, but Discharge being able to kill Ral is pretty important. Let's do 2-3. I think you probably cut the tunes. I mean, the tunes technically enable turn 2 win sometimes. I don't know. Maybe that's right. Oh, right. With Endurance, we don't need Ewit because you just shuffle it back in. Okay. Right. So I guess we should have cut the other one. That's okay. It's not like the card is awful to have. This is a hand that could win turn 3, so we can't mulligan. We need to find a land in our first, like, 4 looks. I didn't. Yeah, I haven't seen the new Twitch update. Okay, opponent refuses to keep a hand with a ruby. Maybe. Yeah, a lot of people complaining about the Twitch update. I haven't looked at it. What do you have too much energy? So if you have too much energy, I don't think it's too tricky to like spend it on like recruiter for recruiter and stuff, or like recruiter for Shrieking Drake, and then Shrieking Drake can spend all your energy. Is the new look of Twitch? Is it just mobile or is it website too? Because I usually watch on website. Looks like it's the same. Mobile app is now TikTok. Ooh. Like you're like scrolling and just like scrolling through stuff. Tech for Moto. So we have missed a look at our land on our first couple looks. I'm hopeful we can dodge a kill and draw another land, but it's kind of out of our control now. As soon as you've gained life this turn, Flying Vigilance, whenever you gain life, put a counter, dies. Okay, I was about to say, this card is worse than Voice of the Blessed, but you do also have Voice of the Blessed. Okay, it looks like they don't have anything. We gotta draw a land, though. Okay, this card is completely unplayable. Do not play stars. Do not put this card in your deck. Colonel Yogi, 18 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay. Also, I'm really digging deep for this one.
I made some changes.
All right, 2021. I built this deck for my friend Dalton for a donation deck. Clerics of Life's Bond. It's kind of interesting. What was that card? Wait, what happened? How are they going off? Dang it. Okay, so that's whenever another cleric is battlefield, you gain a life. Whenever you gain life for the first you turn, put a counter on this. Okay, well that card sucks. It's kind of like this new 2-drop. Wow, we're really digging to the bottom of the barrel on that one, huh? I don't know. Okay, so like to some extent, like your deck is very slow. It doesn't play a lot of interaction, and you're kind of like the energy deck, but worse because your clock is much slower than Boros or Mardu. And so like if you're up against combo decks, if you're up against big mana, you are going to lose like every single game one. So I would like maybe recommend main decking these White Orchid Phantoms to give yourself an edge against some of that. The problem also is it's like Soul Warden and Soul's Attendant. Like, are these cards even good in your deck? I don't know. This card is pretty cool, but it's pretty slow, not that good. I don't know. It's tough. Soul Solicitors is a tough nut to crack. But like, these cards are awful. Soul Warden, Soul's Attendant. They're so much worse than Guide of Souls, and your payoffs for playing them are also very bad. Starship Cleric, Essence Channeler, this card. Like all of your enablers and your payoffs are very bad. So it's a hard sell for me. Okay, I'm gonna go to game 3 over here. It's a hard sell for me. And it's the kind of thing that isn't just like it isn't like really super duper solvable, just like with a deck tech. But I would definitely not play Starship Cleric. I think main decking White Orchid Phantom could be a good direction to go. Playing Grief and Solitude and Ephemerate would like really increase your win percentage a lot. You know, we have that Orzhov energy deck I could recommend to you. Mulligan this. Maybe I could keep that Boseiju and try to Boseiju Ruby Medallion. Guess I don't need the Woodland. So I don't know. It's It's tough. Non-Miracle Worker, don't play this card, don't play this card. White Orchid Phantoms would help a lot against the Tron matchup. And like you need better payoffs in general, and you would also like better enablers, but you definitely need better payoffs, and I don't really know what those payoffs are. That's the big problem here. Okay, so we'll take the Port-Mage so that if we top deck prayers, we win the game. Otherwise, we might be like, if they play a Ruby, we'll probably Boseiju this turn. This guy should have the Angel that gains life for clerics and Angels ETB. Yeah, I don't even know what that card is, but suggest it. Trophy last night with Oars of Energy. Would you make any changes since last played it? I wanted to play White Orchid Phantoms on the side over the Break the Ice because you're Ephemerate Nightmare deck. Well, hope we hit a Galvanic Discharge. I guess this is something. Nice. Love you, Amped Raptor. I guess those are my thoughts. There are 14 matches still in progress in the challenge. I think Blue-White controls the place in the meta game, or is it not playable anymore? Blue-White Control is a super good deck. It's awesome. It's really powerful. You splash Raid for Flage and Galvanic Discharge. You gotta splash red for Flage and Galvanic Discharge. But it's actually one of the best decks in Modern. Oh wow. Let's go. This is always something that kind of amuses me, but it's like people who want to play like the specific color combination of an archetype when like your archetype is good. Like Jeskai Control is awesome. Like play Jeskai Control. Like why does it have to be blue white? Like Jeskai Control is one of the best decks in Modern. Congratulations. It's not often that blue white X is good enough, you know? Ant based. It's pretty awkward. I think this could work in Timeless Without Recruiter. I don't know. Maybe. Never say never. Looks very weird. Very glass can. I don't know. Very, very. I don't know. Hard to look at. Maybe. Interesting deck for sure. So we can play Port-Mage and then have a nice blocker for the Ragavan. I think instead I'm going to trust the Amped Raptor. Wait, is Raptor a blocked words? I feel like last week I went through all the blocked words, removed all the silly stuff the mods put. I don't know. we need to be better. All right, I'm gonna take this hit, I think. You flip over a Scalding Tarn. Like mods, if you're gonna put stuff as blocked words because the conversations are getting too like nowhere, that's fine. But you have to unblock them at the end of the thing. Don't block them if you're not going to commit to unblock them. Please and thank you. Okay. Another Raptor. Also appreciate you mods. Love you mods. If you Blue Black Frog Talk, it's fine. I think totally fine deck. So I'm just getting another Raptor, right? I think so. Raptor for Recruiter for Raptor. Eventually, we'll hit a Primal Prayers. So we can go next turn Rumble looking for Primal Prayers, and then if we miss, we can maybe hit it off Raptor. All right. Goodbye, Ragavan. So taking 4 down to 12. All right, rumbling. Looking for a shift, or sorry, not Shifting Woodland. Primal Prayers. Still no Primal Prayers. Does Woodland do anything? Not really. I mean, Shrieking Drake can go off with the Port-Mage a little bit, so that seems to be our plan. But let's just go cast Raptor, which we could hit Primal Prayers still. And I'll cast Port-Mage if we brick off an island. Okay, take that. The value plan has been pretty nice so far. We're just like ahead on board despite bricking kind of hard on the prayers. We're 28 cards deep, but it is also like very important that this deck can dig this deep, you know. Yeah, but next turn I can go like, well, we'll see if the Port-Mage resolves, but like just Shrieking Drake, pick up Amped Raptor is pretty good. I can go like Drake, draw card, pick up Raptor. Got a lot going on. So if I trade Amped Raptors, my opponent can escape Flage, so let's probably not trade Amped Raptors right now. Or I guess like block with Port-Mage also. Okay, pretty good follow-up for our opponent. Okay. Draw a card. Draw a card. Got some Primal Prayers in here somewhere, I swear. Okay, so I can play a 3/4, potentially. I think I'm just going to play a tapped Breeding Pool instead. I'll just have one more turn to find it. So they kill my non-summoning sick Port-Mage, and then presumably they're going to hit me for 3 with the Ocelot Pride. So that makes more sense. So I can chump to gain 4. I guess that's fine. I can just bounce the I can bounce the Amped Raptor. Draw a card off this, and then cast Raptor. Then I have my draw step, the draw from the Port-Mage, and then the Raptor hit as a look for Primal Prayers. We're 33 cards deep without seeing a Prayers. 1 look. 2 looks. Let's go. Sits up straight. Okay, so we do need to make sure we spend enough energy, which just shouldn't be a problemo here. Just, you know, gonna spend a little bit. Didn't we see one in exile? Nope. So up a game against Energy. Have we did lose one game against Storm. It's going pretty well so far. Alright, so Rending Volley is really important to beat Sun Cleanser in this matchup. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the best Primal Prayers deck I've put together by a lot. Just kind of mean, lean, cling. Temur seems like a much better color base than Sultai. Yeah, exactly. That's the big thing with the Port-Mage. And like getting to play Galvanic Discharge Raptor Recruiter is just such a big deal. Okay, I mean, keeping. Yeah, Pyroclasm coming back is really fun. Been a long time. My friend is wastering its best. I don't know what that was supposed to be. To make Primal Prayers work while chatting about the deck, we had Planar Genesis. This copies 5 through 8 of Rumble over Solar Transformer. That's interesting. I mean, I think getting the extra energy, I think, is kind of important in this deck. So like your prayers can do stuff when you just don't have the combo. But it's an interesting suggestion. Thank you for the feedback. So we can just graveyard this and then witness it back if we want to. Would like to like maybe find a ramp spell here. But I'm down to slam Amped Raptor. If they moon me next turn, it is what it is. Oh my gosh, I meant to kill the Ajani. I totally meant to kill the Ajani, sorry. I'm listening to Lithonia by Gambino, and it's got to the part where it's like screaming in my ears. Oopsie doopsie. Why is the word Raptor blacklist? I don't know. If any mod could unrestrict Raptor, I don't know what's going on with the banned words. Oh no, I've already used my Rending. I guess I could witness back Rending Volley. But that's gonna take me a extra turn. I'm surprised there's no recruitable creature that lets you find Primal Prayers in anyway. Yeah, I mean, the only thing is the one that lets you put the enchantment on top, and that one is quite bad, of course. Thank you, no beats. Let me check it on the challenge real quick. Round 2 is probably starting soon. Lost round 1 to Nadu. Okay, there's a Fable. Feeling pretty good about our spot here. Okay, I guess maybe a little less with the red perms. Bit of a punt, of course. Big punt. Yeah, I tried to build the deck with Thundertrap Trainer to dig for prayers with Flare, but then it's like you don't want to play Flare with Raptor. Raptor's really good, and obviously in your Primal Prayers deck, you kind of don't. It's really hard to build the deck with enough hits for your Port-Mage. So take 4, down to 11. I don't really think I'm dying to this Ajani very often, nor would I want to do anything right now. I would like. I'll Rending Volley this Cleanser now because I'm going to take 1 less damage, but also because I'm just committed to Rending Volley on the Cleanser. We'll see what my opponent has to interact with us here. Hopefully nothing. Do we utilize Primal Prayers Flash Claws? I mean, we can. We can win at instant speed. In this spot, though, there isn't, like, much point. We're going to lose to a removal spell, and there's not, like, a way to, like, get my opponent to tap out of it, so... Oh, also, I guess we had to use the Witness, so we also... Sorry, we also... This doesn't go infinite. We need to, like, draw a Greenbelt Rampager right now. Okay, game 3. Unclear what the game would have been like had I targeted the right card with the Rending Volley. But let's run game 3 on the play here. Take a look at this affinity list with Sapphire Medallion. Okay, don't play affinity, I think, unless you have Force of Negation. Should I Rampager for an energy here? I think I'll just Surveil Land. Yeah. Force of Negation is like the card that... Or slash Flare of Denial, I guess. Like you have to play these in the Wrath Disguise format. It's just such a nightmare to register a build like this. And you're just like, oh, my opponent has drawn one of their 4 Wrath Disguise. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Can probably keep that. Then let's play the Transformer here. Robots in disguise. Also, Sapphire Medallion isn't very good, especially as a 4 of. Like, okay, I really do not understand, like the whole idea of, like, playing Sapphire Medallion, I would think, is that you can go turn 3 Urza, but you're only playing 2 Urzas. It's like, it's not, like, super good with Kappa Cannoneer, just discounts it by 1. It's not super good with Thoughtcast, it discounts it by 1. It's not super good with Thoughtmonitor, discounts it by 1. It's, like, okay with these cards, but this is definitely not a 4 of Sapphire Medallion build at the moment. But it's okay. I understand. Like the affinity gamers they're reaching. I'm trying to brew this with white as it gets both guide and ranger captain. Yeah, I was starting with white also, but Imperial Recruiter I think is better because it finds your Port-Mage, which is like a huge deal. An Amped Raptor is great in this deck, and Galvanic Discharge is great in this deck. But I was also trying to do white for ranger captain, Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, and could still work on that. I do think you want to be 3 colors so you can play Shifting Woodland. I'm of the opinion that Woodland is a really important tool for the archetype. Okay, so round 2 of the challenge is about to start. We may get a little bit of a double queue going. Unless we just hit Primal Prayers right now, then we don't need to worry about anything. Let's go, baby! No need to worry about anything. We even have the Shrieking Drake for the combo protection here. Although, do we have too much energy? Well, I guess we have the Shriek. No, we don't have too much energy. Well, I guess I should probably do this on their upkeep. Yeah, Drake lets us reduce the energy, but I want to keep the Drake as the combo protection. We're 3-0 with Primal Prayers in a league. That is very cool. Gonna keep this one. Yeah, Hierarch is so tough. I think you should play Rumble. Rumble is just so good because it, it digs for prayers and also ramps to prayers. I think Rumble is better than Hierarch. They want me to adjust the modern is rotating format, not eternal. Okay, well, I will say it doesn't matter. Modern is modern. I don't really care to get into really semantic-y definition debate, so I'm just confused as to what it is you're trying to say. I don't think these Johnnies make that much sense with no red permanents, no flicker effects. The static prisons are cool. I feel like I kind of wanted to play Ranger Captain in this shell. My opponent just plotted a slick shot show off. Kind of scary. So I can't recruit for Greenbelt Rampager, so I think I graveyard that. I need a 4th land anyways. All right, then let's, I guess, hold up Discharge for the show off. I'm gonna do this now before they hit Mutagenic Growth off Amulet. There's the Mutagenic Growth. So we'll spend 0 energy. Sorry, I didn't want to spam it, so what today? You said Modern is a rotating format several times. In response to comments. Rotating for turn over a card on that stack, which I admit. Yeah, I mean, so, what is your point? You know, it's like, it seems we have a disagreement in like definition of terminology, but it's like, what's like, it doesn't really feel like we're having a productive conversation here with peace and love. You know what I mean? Like, it's when I say modern is a rotating format, I obviously don't mean it literally. I mean it in the sense that it is a format that changes a lot, and that is true. And it has been that way for a long time. It's a format that changes a lot. Just, you know, I this week especially, I feel like we've been getting so in the weeds on like the really like technical, I don't know the word, like very up in arms on, you know, like my definition of this term is slightly different from your definition of the term, and let's talk about it for like an hour. It's just like with Magic terminology, everybody does have like slightly different opinions on how to like categorize things, but it just like very very semantics. Yeah, that's the word to use, I guess. But I'm not super interested in having a very semantic-y stream. I like to say like what I mean when I talk about stuff, and I think that's important so y'all know what I'm talking about, but it's not necessarily very productive otherwise. Okay, so we can't spend all of our energy with Galvanic Discharge here to combo, but next turn we could bounce the Rampager with Port-Mage and then spend all our energy with the Discharge. We are at 7 life. Maybe we die. Want to move on, my friends? That's another thing too. Is like when I'm trying to understand what it is people are trying to say, or I'm talking about this, I'm never meaning it with. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm just trying to understand. I'm trying to have a good conversation. I'm trying to focus the conversation too. I'm not upset. I'm not. I don't know. The let's just gonna be down. I'm not down either. I'm not down either. Why not play the Port-Mage before Raptor? What would the upside there be? Hitting Shrieking Drake, I guess. So Lava Dart deals me 4 damage here. And trying to say you should use a format with extreme metagame changes, not the word rotating, because it makes mistake my people. Well, so it's way better to say rotating than a format with extreme meta changes every time. It's what I mean. Like I don't. It shouldn't be confusing. Like unless you are a brand new player who doesn't know how like what like modern is, or like how like what the rules of the format are. That's the only situation someone could be confused about, and those people are going to be a little confused about stuff anyways. So it's just way better to abbreviate. And if there was Mana Discharge, there you go infinite. Yes, but there was not. But that's okay. Infinite now. Yeah, I'm not going to say format with extreme changes, metagame changes. So what are we talking about? Okay, what we should be talking about is that we're 3-0 with Primal Prayers, and we are about to be up a game. We have like a really good chance to trophy, which is just like super exciting, and I don't know. Yeah, O2 dropped the Chally. Double Port-Mage makes the clicks a lot easier. Alright, where's me Thassa's Oracle? Does having a Guide of Souls out with Rampager Prayers to stop the combo? Does having a Guide of Souls out with Rampager Prayers stop the combo to Richard? Yes, but you can go off with Shrieking Drake instead sometimes. But yeah, there's some tension there. For sure. Alright, how much do we want to sideboard? Pyroclasm isn't very good against them. Rending Volley here is mostly for the Sun Cleansers. I guess Flame Slashes could be like better in this matchup. I think I want to play Endurances over like 2 tunes of the Witnesses. And the Endurance, again, I can also shuffle my Oracle back in if I need it to. Pretty quick combo. It's a lot faster when you have 2 Port-Mages instead of 1. I'm going to keep. What's the combo? Draw deck, play Oracle. God, this rare focus rating combos. I guess. I mean, you could do There's some cooler stuff you could do. You can go like red recruiter for white recruiter for. You have to have Guide of Souls, I guess, for those loops. But you can like gain infinite life with Guide of Souls. Something you can soar in. But yes, I agree. Thassa's Oracle, very efficient card. Okay, I'm gonna rumble here, looking for Primal Prayers, of course. There we go. So of course, hoping that our spawn lives, but if it doesn't, not the end of the world. I thought about going back to Shifting Woodlands combo after Discovery. What Discovery? Discovery. Oh, the new card. I don't know. We have Woodland in this deck. But yeah, maybe a like mono green or like more in on Shifting Woodlands combo is better than that. You have like redundancy to rumble. I agree. Okay, so play this so we take less damage this turn. All right, so we'll see what we hit off these raptors, of course. Galvanic Discharge is good. If they mutagenic growth, it's kind of like a fun spot where we could like raptor in response and just see how much energy we have left over. Raptor is such a sweet one for this archetype. Yeah, this one, it's taken a long time to get to. And the new printing of Port-Mage really makes the stack work, I think. So we're gonna get aggro here. Could maybe endurance herself in the spot, but we've got some reasons to not do that. I want to be able to surveil, so I'm not spending mana on this one. Okay, another just Amped Raptors and Endurances all the way down, huh? Yeah, Port-Mage over Satora is so much better. It's like it makes you, it lets the deck just be Temur, which lets you play Shifting Woodland, and then also like Port-Mage is not legendary, so having multiples can be good. And Port-Mage, like the bounce ability is really relevant on it too. There's a ton of upsides to the card. Yeah, true Gruul beatdown deck. These games are really fun. Just like, all right, I'm just gonna get a lot of value and see if you can beat it. CPB, thank you for tier 1. Appreciate you. Yeah, this is part of the reason why I was late. I was like kind of stuck on some sideboard options too. Banned version with Port-Mage and Souls. Yeah, so I was working on Bant, I was working on Temur, and I was working on 4-color. At the moment, I think the red cards are better than the white cards. But obviously, there are a lot of good white cards too. Ranger Captain, especially Mockingbird, is kind of interesting. So we might work on Bant. All right, so here comes the Galvanic Discharge. Graveyarding an Amped Raptor and likely just making 3 energy here so they can tap an Amulet again. Was Molten Gatekeeper consideration as a win con? Plays nice with Rumble. So the problem with Gatekeeper, right, is Port-Mage is not a may draw. You have to draw a card, so you may run into some issues there. Okay, so we are up a game on the play, on the play against Gigantha, which can be Storm or it can be in Boros Energy. I guess sometimes Mardu. Let's go to 6. Let's keep this one. And put back the Transformer. We did beat Storm this league somehow. Or it could be Prowess again. Wow, it is Prowess again, huh? Interesting. Well, we got the combo with protection next turn. They kill my spawn, then we have to wait a turn. Rumble is just so important to this deck. It's kind of wild. It's just like digs and rams for the turn 3. Just does everything. Cast a Swift Spear. Cast a Swift Spear. Woohoo! Monstrous Rage, baby! Thank you, Standard Gamers! We love you! Nice. I guess we don't actually have protection because we didn't have a 1 extra energy. It's okay. Don't need it. My opponent foolishly tapped out. Just frogs and elephants all the way down. You know, this is a big part of the reason why we brew. It's like post MH3, Primal Prayers like wasn't quite there. Like the constructing the deck was like close, and there just were kind of barely not enough tools. But like you work on the archetype and you try to learn like what does this deck need, like what are you missing, and then boom, they print like kind of this random obscure card that you would basically never know that this card enables Primal Prayers unless you worked on it before. It even took me a little bit of time to get to, but and I guess part of it too is like playing with Port-Mage and some other decks too. Yeah, not too. It takes a while, but it's not. You know, it's really good that you like can't misclick very easily because there's 2 different cast modes. So there's like 2-factor authentication on clicking through this. It would actually be like a little bit faster too if I went like if I cast an Amped Raptor and I went up energy and then I cast a second Port-Mage. But I'm just gonna not risk the misclick. How do you feel about the prayer decks that do more complicated combos without Greenbelt? I mean, they're fine. I mean, I think you either are in on Guide of Souls or Greenbelt as an engine. It's kind of hard to be both because Guide of Souls sometimes makes it to where you have too much energy a lot of the time. And the problem, like with the more complicated loops, to some extent, is your card quality is going to be pretty garbage. With if you're if you're just like playing like sword and then like the 2/3 that pings when a creature enters. You don't want to play too many recruiters either. Recruiters can be like really like just you have like so many mulligans if you have like 6 recruiters in your deck. Where's my Oracle? Actual last card? Oh no. Okay. Up a game. Alright, this is the side we played last time. It worked out. I'm gonna click submit. Use the restroom. Be right back. One more game and our first Primal Prayers trophy. That'd be pretty exciting.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
All right, keeping this one.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
What do you do in the case we hit Oracle off Raptor? We have a Shrieking Drake. Good question. You can also kill it, and you can Galvanic Discharge Oracle and Eternal Witness it, I guess. Kind of have to get a... Well, maybe... What if I Surveilled and then... Yeah, I think we'll Surveil and Discharge, just because we can't combo kill next turn anyways. We have Rending Volley for Sun Cleanser. Had the pull from Eternity Combo deck too. It was okay. It was like playable deck. I want to work on it some more. Liked it well enough. All right, they got 4 cards in their hand. It's not great for me. I guess I need to not BF6. They could have random ass Blood Moon. Down to 12. 2 cards in their hand, plus the Bobble card coming back. Did we have Rumble and initial tears testing? No, it didn't. I've had it in some lists. Like we played a somewhat similar shell that was a little bit more clunky. Okay, so not dead to 1 more bolts, which is good. I guess it's probably right for me to spend extra energy here. I just have so much. And you have to get down to a certain amount to combo. Yeah. So I'm hoping that we don't lose a Port-Mage here, but I'm going to try to block a Swift Spear. Or this Swift Spear maybe. They might have a discharge of their own. Alright, well. Let's try to block. Okay. They might have a Muta. Darts me. So they'll flashback the dart on the Raptor. Maybe not. I think I play the Transformer out, so if I draw Rumble into Shifting Woodland, I can Shifting Woodland my Port-Mage and draw my deck. Or draw a bunch of cards. Alright, I'm at 3. I'm at mercy of your hand, opponent. I'm at 2. Dead to Bolt, dead to Dart. Not dead to that one. Get another out. I'm out of Surveil lands, though. I'm not going to fetch. Okay, there's the Rumble. That's a disappointing Rumble. We have we can hit Raptor. We have so many hits that just let us at least continue, if not actually win the game. Including if we had found Shifting Woodland there, and just set up like that, that would have been really exciting win. Really exciting win. Game 3 on the play. We get to hit Port-Mage, Raptor, Recruiter, Woodland. I guess it's not that many hits, but it's a lot still. You weren't dead? I was dead. How was I alive? Return the spawn, block the DRC. Oh. Okay, I was not dead. Yeah, I did miss that line. Why no Pyroclasm? It's not good against Prowess. That's why. Okay, give me this one. Put it to the Multi 6. Yeah, I did miss the line. Good line, chat. Let's keep the Port-Mage. I'm probably going to play the Port-Mage next turn off a Breeding Pool, and then we can maybe start cantripping the Rampagers. Bold Keep, hope it works. It's very hard to mulligan a hand with that has Primal Prayers and, like, somewhat reasonable. Does this deck need the energy sub-theme so going to come off that? I mean, our combo card is an energy card. Raptor is really good. Discharge is really good. Those are our other energy cards, are just really good modern staples. Like, what do you want to do instead? I think I'd take 3, then maybe Endurance next turn, so Raptor can, like, block. Maybe I hit, like, another blocker. I didn't mean mull to keep a frog on top. Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree, kind of questionable. Alright, we hit an Endurance that we can't cast. It seems like one less engine combo sometimes. That's not really a problem. I see it. Dropping red lets you play Satoru, Force Subtlety, etc. I guess. There are, of course, other ways you could build this. Yeah, of course, other ways you could build this. I'm pretty happy with the list at the moment. We need them to not surveil a dart into the yard so badly. Should we be able to Twitch Prime? Thank you, welcome back. Subtlety also kind of sucks at the moment, for whatever that's worth. Okay, they have 4 cards. They're down a... Oracle? Fuck, dude. Alright, 1 mana, 3/4. Not looking very good. Dan Flashes, 9 months? Is that a... What's the show called? I think you should leave reference. Keeps the card on top. Patterns are just so... What's the word? Intense. Okay, Lava Dirt's my Raptor. Should we cast an Elephant a second time there? We can't. If you can spend the energy, you have to spend the energy on Rapti. Okay, well, my opponent not doing anything was good news. I probably want to grab a Raptor. Could grab a Port-Mage, I guess. Let's grab the Port-Mage. Three cards in their hand. So flashing back the start removes a type from the yard, but they still get the surveil. I'm not sure exactly what their hand could be. It seems like it's not very good. But I don't know what it can be that's so like not good. Can it be just lands? Could it be more darts maybe? Could it be a bolt? This attack definitely implies that they have a bolt and they're going to like shrink this. No attacks? No, we're not going to win this race. I'm going to be able to block. Challenge dropped. Yeah, we ought to drop the challenge. 2 cards in their hand. No counter spells, please. Why is Monster Street playing say? I don't know. It doesn't really look very good. It's okay. I mean, it's gets the job done probably. Seems like they have something. Maybe I think Unholy Heat is kind of likely. All right, so that is Delirium for our opponent. So we're dead to a Lightning Bolt now. My plan is to block the Mage with my Oracle. I can Endurance it back as I do the combo, and that can bounce the Mage or the Rampager back to my hand. Yeah, no, Port-Mage lets me bounce the Rampager back, so you can win with that. We also have Shifting Woodland, but no Delirium. We have some outs to get Delirium, I guess. Okay, so if they have another Monstrous Rage, this becomes 3 power plus another 3, so 6. I boarded out my witnesses, so it's just endurances right now. I think they have an Unholy Heat also, or not also, but I think that they have Unholy Heat. And they probably would have played another Monstrous Rage if they had it last turn, right? Like, why wouldn't they have? This block beats another Monstrous Rage. No, if they didn't code that turn. Well, it's an extra 2 damage, but maybe not, yeah. Unless they Rage Channeler. If they Rage Channeler, they don't get the other monster roll, so it puts me to 1. No. Rage on Channeler puts me to 1, because they don't get the second monster roll. You can only have 1 roll. They keep a card on top. That's really bad news for me. Well, I guess I could win in my upkeep. Remember, I used to play this card in Murktide. Okay, so they have this Bauble trigger, so that I really want to respond to. Oh no, I don't have 1 energy anymore. I can't combo. I know there's a Raptor on top, but my opponent kept a card on top with the Baubles, which implies that they have a burn spell. You can recast the Elephant mana. They kept the card on top, so I'm playing around that. I guess I should have maybe just bounced it first. I beat Lava Dart. So close. So close. 1 energy away from the win. Like good league.